tiny sparrow, so small that the world could easily ignore her existence, lived in a fragile nest deep inside the rainforest, hidden between wet branches, where sunlight barely reached the ground. 3 helpless chicks, blind to danger, blind to fear, blind to everything above them. Their world was small, warm, and safe, but far above the clouds, a shadow was watching, silent, patient, and hungry, waiting for the perfect moment. What was coming next was not just survival. It was a battle between life and death, between fear and sacrifice, between predator and protector. Deep inside the rainforest, everything moved slowly, quietly, almost like time itself had stopped breathing. The air was heavy, the forest calm, but never truly safe. A mother sparrow had built her nest carefully, one small home between broken branches, each twig placed with care, each leaf chosen for protection. This nest was her entire world, her responsibility, and her reason to survive. Every morning, before sunrise, she would leave the nest carefully, listening to every sound, watching every shadow, because in the wild, silence is never peace, it is warning. She searched for food beneath wet leaves, between roots, under fallen wood, small insects, tiny seeds, anything to keep her chicks alive. Every second outside felt dangerous, but she continued anyway, because hunger inside the nest was louder than fear outside it. And every evening, she returned, tired, soaked in rain, sometimes injured, but she always came back, because 3 small lives depended only on her. Days passed, and the chicks began to grow, their feathers forming slowly, their bodies becoming stronger, their eyes opening to a world they didn't yet understand. But far above the forest canopy, something was already watching. A hawk, powerful, silent, precise, circling endlessly in the sky, its wings cutting through air without sound, its eyes missing nothing below. It was not rushing. It was studying, learning, waiting, until the perfect moment arrived. Slowly, it found its target, a fragile nest, unguarded, exposed. Day after day, it returned, watching, memorizing, preparing, until even the forest began to feel different, heavier, quieter, unnatural. The mother sparrow felt it too, a strange pressure in the sky, a silence that didn't belong. She became more alert, more careful, but she did not stop, because life cannot wait for fear. So she kept going, again and again, risking everything each time she left the nest. Then the sky changed. Without warning, the hawk folded its wings and dropped from the sky, like a shadow breaking reality itself. The forest exploded instantly. Birds scattered, branches shook violently, wind turned sharp and chaotic. Inside the nest, the chicks screamed for the first time in fear, calling for something they could not understand yet. The hawk locked its target, the nest, the life inside it. Its talons stretched forward, ready to strike. Everything slowed down, as if the forest itself stopped breathing. The mother sparrow did not think. She moved, straight into danger, again and again and again. Her body was small, but her courage filled the sky. She struck the hawk's face, wings, and eyes, not to defeat it, but to stop it, even for a moment. Every impact carried one message. Not my chicks. The hawk fought back violently, its wings like storms, its talons like blades. The sky itself felt like war. One mistake, and everything would end. But she refused to stop, because love had erased fear. Then a brutal odor sent her crashing into the branches. Silence fell, deep, heavy, final. The hawk moved closer, step by step, toward the nest, toward victory. The chicks cried louder, helpless, innocent, calling for their mother. She lay there, broken, exhausted, fading, and for a moment, everything felt lost. But something inside her refused to die. Slowly, painfully, she rose again, not strong, but determined. Every movement hurt, but she kept moving forward. She launched herself one final time, not as a fighter, but as a mother who had nothing left to lose. The hawk hesitated, just for a second, but that second changed everything. The wind shifted, light broke through the clouds. The forest felt alive again, And slowly, the hawk turned away, not defeated, but unwilling to continue, and disappeared into the mist. Rain returned softly, washing the forest clean. The mother sparrow returned to her nest, injured, tired, but alive. Her chicks ran beneath her wings, safe at last, and the forest stayed silent, as if nothing had ever happened. But one truth remained. Sometimes, the smallest creatures carry the greatest courage, and sometimes, a mother's love is stronger than fear itself. For a mother, no enemy is too big,